This is the card we're going to be making today. Isn't it unique? I thought this was adorable. I saw somebody did something like this, but I've changed it. So I just got the cutout and the circles from them, and I've done everything else I think different from what they had because I wasn't paying attention. I just saw this online and about a week ago, and I thought that would make a cute card, a unique fun fold, and so I'm going to teach you how to do it. We are going to start out with 5.5 by 8.5. So, and I have to take out either this one or that one, doesn't really matter. So I'm going to put it in here at the halfway point, which is 4.25. And I am going to go down 2.25. Stampin' Up! Has this, 2.75, sorry. 2.75 is halfway. Because it's 5.5 and half of 5.5 is 2.75. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut that. And then I am going to put this in at 2.75. And I'm going to push this to 5.25. There's what I have done is I have put a piece of cardstock underneath here so that the numbers on here show up easier for me. I hope you can see that. It just makes it just a little bit easier. I gotta lift that so that I can put it out just a bit more. And then I'm bringing it across. There you go. So that comes out. I'm not going to use that. I am putting this at 4.25, sorry. And I'm going to take my score and score that. So, card is done. Put this aside. And I'm bringing in my bone folder, and I am getting this as close as I can. Just like that. So we're going to start putting a few things together. I have this that goes right on here. It's like a barn gate almost, like in a barn they have doors, but they're cut in half so that horses can look out, and so this is kind of like a barn door. So all the dimensions will be on the video. Bring this in now and put this on. So how's everybody doing today? It is a chillier day today. I got up early this morning, couldn't sleep. Oh, it was a rough night. But anyways, I got up and I'm sitting around and I'm put my flannel shirt on because I was still in my PJs because I hadn't had my coffee yet. And then I put the blanket on me, and it's like, no, I need a blanket around me. And then I went on top of it. Oh my goodness, my husband says, winter's coming. And I said, don't I know it? Oh, unfortunately. but I finally warmed up enough, so I was able to ditch this shirt and the blankets. Oh, crazy. This is the join together embossing folder. Stampin' Up! Has come up with that they're getting rid of the markers, the water-based markers, unfortunately, because I use them a lot. They are getting rid of the red rubber stamps, and they're going to put their photopolymer stamps and dies into sleeves, so we won't have the plastic cases anymore. I'm so disappointed because I like the plastic cases because I put my dies in them. I literally put my dies in my plastic case. Whether it's photopolymer, red rubber, whatever, I put them in. So it's kind of like, oh. But anyways, so they're getting rid of red rubber. So I don't know if this, by November the 1st, I think, beginning of November. So I don't know if this stamp set is going to be gone because it's red rubber. They're having a hard time sourcing the red rubber. So it might be as supplies last. So if you like this stamp set, you better get it. I like the happy birthday. I really like this because you can either do it all together or separate. I really, really like that part. So I use this stamp and I use the happy birthday. I use the Spotlight on Nature dies. I use the join together embossing folder. And I use these gorgeous Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink gems. And I use the Strawberry Slush because I'm working with Strawberry Slush. And I got this Floral Impressions Designer Series paper. It's very pretty. There's that on, like, I did this on the envelope flap. You could easily do that on the envelope flap and it would be stunning. But look at these flowers. They're gorgeous. The designs. That's my favorite, I think. Still haven't used it. I need to use it because, yeah. But look at these. I love this one. This one is gorgeous too. But look at them all. Aren't they stunning? The Highland Heather. I'm repeating some of these I see. That's the one I'm using today. And this one, yeah, I love that one too. Which has a stripe. So, and these are the dies. I use the one to cut out the rose. I use this one, which is this and this. And I use this one, which is this, and it's on the inside. And the rose is on the inside. And these two are here. Those are the Spotlight on Nature. So, hopefully I've shown you everything. And this is going to go up here for most of the way. You're going to have to make the decision how far up and just put it on there. So we're going to, wherever you decide, I have it fairly high. Get my tweezers because it's easier to hold it above so that I know I'm getting it even well, as even as I possibly can. There. See, it's fairly easy. Once you've got everything cut out, it's fairly easy. So I am going to do this, and I am going to like that. Whoa, on the roll here. And then this has to cover this one. So I am going to bring it right down to it and then put it on there. And then I'm going to do this. So now this is going to go right on here, and I'm not doing around the edge. I'm just going to do through the center because it just is challenging to do around the edges. And then there's glue everywhere. And yeah, it's just nicer if it flops in the breeze. Just like that. And go like that so it's down. So I have some of this already done. I have the dies all done, and I've started this because it would take a long time, so I'm just going to show you how I did it. So I am bringing my old olive, dark, and I am outlining. And then I'm just doing circles. And I'm not coming right up to the top. I want some shading at the bottom of the leaf. I just didn't want this to take a lot of time. So you can see how easy it is. And then I'm just going to go over it a few times and just blend that in. Just like that. And once it dries, it will, oh, there's one right there I missed. I see. Good thing I saw it while I still had them in my hand. There. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take my Pretty in Pink dark. So I am outlining all of this. Doesn't take too long, but it sure does pack a punch. There. Now I am going to take light strawberry slush. I don't want a lot of this color, but I am just going to do little bits. It's just to give it a little bit of more color, but I don't want much. I don't want to take the, make it too dark. And then I'm going over with the light, oh, that's dark. Light, Pretty in Pink, and coloring this in and blending it. And then flip it around because it's just easier to do that way for me. There we go, and it's done. So we're going to put this on here. Actually, I'm taking one of each, and I'm taking my scissors, and I am cutting it apart. And I'm cutting along here. So I have 4 pieces. I do. I might have problems picking it up, but I have 4 pieces. So it's going to go in here. So I can see what needs to be glued. So I take that off and I get my little glue, and you could cut all that down here off, but it just gives it a little bit of a connection to the flower. There. Put my glasses on. No, I don't want my scissors. I want my tweezers. And whoops, I want this side. I'm so used to doing the underneath that I can put there. Just like that. So did you have a good weekend? We had, this is Monday, I'm doing the card, it'll go up tomorrow on Tuesday. Yesterday we went to our daughter and son-in-law's and took our 2 grandsons out for supper because we haven't had much time to spend with them. Just the 2 of them. We get together as a family, but they're with their cousins, and I don't blame them. Who wouldn't want to play with their cousins as opposed to taking the time with Grandma and Grandpa? We don't play. They have a great time together as cousins. So yesterday was the day. We've been trying to do this for so many months, but the kids are so busy with the sports that they just don't have the time. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on there. They don't have the time because they have practices and everything all the time. So yesterday was the day that we got to do it, and we had such a good time. And I asked them, Would you like to do this again? Yeah. We went to a restaurant and they had chicken chicken fingers. And Jacob, he's older and he eats a lot of chicken fingers. So he got the adult meal. Wesley got the kids meal. He does not eat much. So his kids meal was $10, and he got 3 chicken fingers, which is reasonable. Well, then Jacob ordered the adult portion, which was $17, $7 more, and he got 1 more chicken finger and a few extra fries. Well, he doesn't like fries. He doesn't eat the fries. So for 1 chicken finger was $7. It's like, huh? That's crazy. It would have been smarter to get him, if he was still hungry, it would have been smarter to get 2 kids meals as opposed to the adult meal. But he ended up eating basically 1 1/4, 1 1/2 of Wesley's, so he was full. Thank goodness. This is the braided trim petal pink. I cut 8 inches. I pulled it apart. There is 5 sections to the braid, and I'm using 2. So then what I did is I took my burnishing bone folder and I softened it up, basically. I went a couple times each way. And then I took my fork and made a bow. So you have to make a big section here so that you can get all those up through it. And you have to pull it really tight, tight, tight. So pulls down, and I will cut them. And I need this, and I'm putting it right there. And this is going to go right there. Now I am going to take another one out, and I am going to lay it under that and press that down. And then I'm going to take another one and lift this side up and press it down. I figured that way it would keep it from wiggling, and these are kind of hard to do that with because they're loose at the end. So I'm just going to cut this back a little bit. Whoopsie. There. And hopefully that is the same length. So now I am going to bring in my happy birthday, and I cut most of it out, but I'm going to cut them apart. And then just round these up. Like that. And this one, and round this one up. Just like that. Almost threw my scissors in my garbage can. Oh, I'm doing good today, I must say. So this is going to go down here, and this is the reason I like this so much, because I can stack it. If I squeeze too hard, I get too much, and I don't want to do that. Then I have glue everywhere. So just like that. Isn't that pretty? I love that. So put that back, bring this out. I still have more to do on that, but I'm going to get this done first. And whoopsie. See, there's that. Maybe I'll do that on, yeah, maybe I will do that. No, I don't want to do that. I want this. It's so much easier to glue the envelope than to glue this, because you don't know where you're gluing. Oh, come on. There. Isn't that pretty? So now I have to grab my scissors and I don't know how I did that. Move the DSP, I guess. There we go. Isn't that pretty? So gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to put all this aside and bring this in now. Get that out of the way. So now I'm going to do the same on this one as I did on the other one. And I cut it in half like that. So I'm going to cut this back. I had it in here so that I didn't show much. I can't remember how I did it. Oh well. I'll just put it down wherever I figure it will go. There we go. Now, this one. And, okay, need a little bit more. Whoopsie. There. And it doesn't show, and it barely shows. So now I am going to just put a little bit of glue all over the place. So after the kids got their chicken nuggets, Bill and I had Yorkshire beef, which is Yorkshire pudding and roast beef and gravy. It was good. It was really good. So after we finished that, we went to the Dairy Queen, and Bill says, half of the town is here. Somebody had a soccer tournament, so the whole team was there. And all kinds of people just came out because it was the perfect night for an ice cream. So we had an ice cream. The kids had a blast, and we had a great time. And we visited with Mommy and Daddy. Now Daddy was mostly watching a baseball game, and we chit-chatted back and forth. There they are. Put these aside, and I couldn't find them because I put something on top of it, of course, like I normally do. And yeah, we had a great time. So we're gonna have to do that again. And Mommy and Daddy were so happy because they got to have a barbecued steak supper, and nobody was talking. They could communicate. They had a date at home, and they loved it. So Mommy's more than happy to have the kids go again. I gave her a hug as we were leaving. I said, thanks for letting us borrow the kids. She says, oh, you're more than welcome. Anytime. You can take them anytime. So we have been told that we'll have to do it again, and we just have to figure out a time because they have such a busy schedule. And Wesley's hockey already has started, and Jacob starts in 2 weeks, so there's not a lot of time. So thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to spend it with me. And if you could like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel, it just helps me grow my channel, and you'll be notified that when I put up a video, and it's free. Thanks so much. Bye now.